Now, did we or did we not just witness Gervonta Tank Davis attempt to Lamont Roach on his ear during the clinch in the fight where Lamont was getting the best of him and Gervonta Tank Davis was not? You know, I didn't catch this before. I just saw a video with Bruce Vane, and I want to counterpunch that particular video on that particular clip. It shows me, though, that this is more evidence of what a fighter does when the fighter that normally wins, like Gervonta Tank Davis, is not getting the upper hand. Desperate measures for desperate calls, right? And this was a desperate call, so it needed desperate measures. And he took a bite. It wasn't like him stopping. It wasn't badder than Belonga. It wasn't that bad. But if you bite anyone, it shows you those are mechanisms. Those are things you do in an animalistic situation. And that was that for Gervonta. Gervonta never been there. Nobody has ever took Davis's shots and still been around. Okay? Nobody has never went blow for blow, toe to toe with Gervonta Tank Davis and then got the upper hand. This is what happens when that happens. Okay? You see shit like that. You see him taking a knee, you see him running to the corner, and now we see him taking a bite out of the ear, the loaf of Lamont Roach. And I'd like to say that normally when that happens, maybe Lamont don't know. You know, I mean, I guess he could feel, and if he didn't snitch him. He didn't snitch him out, which I think is weird because, Gervonta was going below the belly, below the belt line a lot. And he was being warned and cautioned a lot. So you would think that someone bites you on your ear, you would say something, right? I think that's really strange. But like, for me, this is just another thing that got swept under the damn rug when it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis. And, you got to ask yourself about Gervonta Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather or whatever. I'm looking and I'm understanding that Gervonta and Canelo Alvarez got a lot more in common than you really think. When Canelo was with Golden Boy, Canelo got away with a lot of shit. You know what I mean? He had close calls just like this. You know what I mean? The draw that he had with Gennady Golovkin. I'm pretty sure, Gervonta will be in tougher fights where he will get the nod. All he needs to do is do a little better than he did the fight before then. So for all you guys that are Roach fans, that are newly Roach fans, I salute you. However, if Gervonta comes out there and he does better than he did last time, they're going to give the fight to Gervonta Davis, just like Canelo Alvarez got with Triple G and like guys like Lada. And, you had crooked ass judges like CJ Ross, which can never judge again, mind you. That ruled it 114-114 for Canelo Alvarez in the Mayweather fight when Mayweather was, giving him all he can handle and not being able to touch a damn thing on Floyd. So, expect these things, okay? Because all this is a wall of protection for Gervonta. That's all this means. Protection. He's protected. He's the star pupil. He's that guy in boxing, which it will come to an end, because you guys heard of the Turkey al-Sheikh and the Dana White thing. All these crooked ass, mob-based or founded or funded or whatever is coming to an end because people are starting to see like, hey, these guys are not as good as we think they are. These guys have been cherry picking for the longest. And that gets old because people are starting to train, and guys that are supposedly cherry picked are going to be a lot bigger, better, stronger, more driven, more dedicated, more focused because they know, well, listen, I don't have a name, so pick me. You know what I'm saying? And if it calls Gervonta Tank Davis to bite this boy on the ear That means that he was getting his ass whooping and he didn't have another option. That's all that meant. That's what happened with Mike. Well, I think Mike was getting headbutted, to say the least, but he was also getting his ass whooped as well because, it wasn't like Evander Holyfield wasn't winning. Evander was a guy that, he knew how to beat Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? And the second fight resulted in an act of frustration. And I think Gervonta Tank Davis went down that road. First Tyson, then Belonga, now Gervonta Tank Davis. You know what I'm saying? So these things happen. But, the silver lining behind all this stuff like that, to talk about Gervonta biting people and shit, because this is the first time I've ever seen him do that. I'll say this. Mike Tyson became popular for a reason. He was unpredictable. Maybe, just maybe, when this gets out, Gervonta will be unpredictable too. And plus he's knocking people out, being 30-0 with 28 knockouts, so if he does go ape shit and he does do something profound like this and have everybody wondering, people will probably see him, pay to see him do the unpredictable, just like they did Mike Tyson. But, I just see that is the act of frustration due to him getting beat, him being in an unfamiliar surrounding. And that was that. But hey, shout out to Roach for not snitching. But you guys tell me what you think of Gervonta Tank Davis getting caught on footage biting Lamont Roach. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!